Hey everyone, it's Brooke. Welcome back to my channel where I do my next installment of my weekly wrap-up. So this past week, it's now getting late-ish Sunday nights. I didn't read a ton. I have just been coming home and going to bed for the most part because I'm just really stressed out, and I just haven't been able to get into any kind of reading rhythm. But I did finish 2 comics, graphic novels, things, so I'm going to talk about them now. The first thing that I managed to get through was the next hardcover volume of The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl by Ryan North and Erica Henderson. This is the bind up of the 3rd and 4th trade paperbacks, I believe, and as with the first volume, this is just complete and utter joy. Again, so much fun with Doreen and her friends. This starts off with a time travel storyline that did take a couple of issues to get into because I prefer Doreen when she's with her friends, and this one had her separated for a little while from Nancy and the group. So once they got back together again, though, it was just super delightful as they fought Dr. Doom in the 1960s. It was a lot of fun. And then it goes on to tell other really fun stories, like there's an online dating story with Doreen, and she goes on this date with this terrible guy Brad, meets this supervillain named the Mole Man who falls in love with her, and it becomes a story about consent and learning how to, when someone says no, and they mean no and not, and just kind of the pressures of dating and like sexual harassment and all of these really important topics. And it was done really super well, and it's just, again, a very delightful read from start to finish. The next comic I read is actually a graphic novel, and I sat down today and just delighted in every single page. I had heard so much about this recently. It just came out. I believe I got it this week in the mail. It was a pre-order for me, and because I had just heard so many people talk about how it had affected them emotionally. And the premise is so cute. The art is beautiful, and I truly love this. And it is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. This book, you guys, is just so sweet. It's definitely directed at sort of a teen audience, maybe even a young teen audience. It is about this young girl, Frances, who is a seamstress. She is unknown and working for this not so great tailor, when one day she designs a dress that shocks the town, and the prince hires her to be his royal seamstress. Except the twist is that he wants her to make him dresses because he likes to dress up as in these beautiful elaborate gowns as a woman and go out on the town at night, and he needs her to keep his secret. And it's so great about adolescence identity and sort of the search for who you are, and believing in who you are, and coming to terms with who you are and loving who you are. And it's also romantic, and the art, you guys, is so lovely. I love the color palette. I think the color palette is my absolute favorite thing. But seriously, if you sound at all, or if this sounds like something that you would all be interested in, I can't recommend this highly enough. It's an absolute delight to sit down with on an afternoon and read. So yeah, that's my week done. I recommend both of those books, and I hope you guys are having a great February. Let me know what are some of the things you've read recently that you really loved, especially if they're comics, because I'm just sort of in the zone for some comics. Anyways, talk to you guys next time.